Go get it, baby. What's going on, Reds? I'm back. Here we go. Okay, I screwed up. Before we get into this Sane stuff, who knows what'll happen? He's going to leave City, most likely. So, yeah, we'll talk about that. I screwed something up before I went live, and I'm very particular about things, so let me just quickly fix this. I just like the color a certain way. Look at this. Go get it. There you go. So I just had to do that. Good seeing everybody. It's been a while. Needed some time. World went all crazy. Had to evaluate things, take a bit of time, take a deep breath. And yeah, things are going great. Thanks for all your comments, everybody checking in on me, your prayers, all your support. Dad's doing great. I'm doing well. Crazy times, a ton of stuff that I could have talked about. We can talk about later. Obviously, freaking crazy world, man. But let's get in there. Let's have a bit of fun tonight. Let's try to remember what that is. It's a world of offenses, right? You can't say anything now without someone freaking out. All right, here we go. Ekram Abbas, Lil Jacob, said S. Christopher Young Mangley, Hell Shooter. Good seeing you, man. Good seeing all you guys. Jersey Boy, and Ekram Adham. Go get it. I actually said your name that way, and how about that? Anyways, thanks, guys. It's super late. Just doing a nice casual stream. So yeah, I'll read some comments. Let's dip into some comments, see where this stream goes, where it takes us. If you guys saw on Twitter what happened, just go have a laugh. Go check my Twitter account. Maybe some of you will still follow me. We'll get into that later if someone reminds me. So what's on my mind here? Okay, Sane. So Lil Jacob saying going to Bayern. That's what ESPN said as soon as I started scrolling. ESPN and I don't know who else. They were saying Bayern. I don't know. I mean, would we get him? It would be amazing if we got him, but we're already stacked up there. But of course, you can use more talent, right? And Sane is amazing. Honestly, guys, I would love to get Sane. We'll see what happens. Look, it's a title for the show. I'm not going to talk about us getting Sane for 10 hours, but we all know how good of a footballer he is. So, yeah, good seeing you guys. I hope you enjoy my humor in my videos. People get way too serious. It's funny how people get triggered, and I don't even know what to say. I could go so many ways with this, but it's good to be back, and I'm going to try to start streaming a lot more. Just, bringing out the phone, going for a run, doing some streams here. Yeah. And we have football coming back in a couple days on Father's Day. So that's going to be awesome. Long awaited. Manchester United, Tottenham 1-1. Yeah, I didn't watch it. Let's go. What are the comments? So yeah, guys, just a nice little chill stream. Super late at night. Pretty busy in the day. That's why I don't stream a lot in the day. But we'll see. I'm gonna really turn it up now. I think I've been too concerned about what people think. And I should just let loose and live the dream and go get it. By the way, I'm going to be doing a lot more content on my other channels. We'll have lots of fun. And thanks everybody, who's subscribed, who stayed subscribed. And it's been a wild ride. We're going to continue this, God willing, for many years to come. So yeah, super late. I don't have many comments, but I do appreciate everybody here. Let's see if I can read some. Let's zoom them in a bit. Go get it, baby. Hell Shooter, doing great, man. Living the dream. On fire. Liverpool will destroy Everton. Yeah, first game back. Right into a derby. Yeah, we should win it. I missed how we were dominating. Yeah. I mean, like crazy this year. So many months without football. Just an absolutely insane year with this whole pandemic, whatever you want to call it. Who knows how much of it's real? I don't know. But I definitely see a lot of bad things on the horizon concerning this. So, yeah, it's going to be a crazy year where we're going through a lot of tests, a lot of trials. But God will bring us through like he always does, man. So go get it, baby. But yeah, good seeing you guys. Not too many comments super late. I'm going to have to start going live in the daytime. We'll get a lot more people in here if I go live then. I usually like to work and do other things. I'm kind of busy in the day. What's going on, man? Let's see. Who else do we got here? Liverpool 4-0. Christopher Youngman Lee, good comment. Akram, yeah, I know. I actually said your name. I remember you. Some of you guys are embedded in my head. You know, it's very easy to remember some of you, and some people I honestly will not remember, and I'm sorry for that. Good morning to all from the UK. Mo Yafai. Go get it. Dad's doing awesome. Trying to get Dad back in shape, getting him to do squats. You know, he's got a ton of weight, man. It's hard to get in shape. By the way, again, and I did my little jog vlog, walk on, jog on. Jog on in the positive and negative. I was making a point there, a little dual meaning there. And it felt good, man. You go for a run. This is the thing. You get older, you feel like crap. You have bad eating habits, stress. You know, you don't even want to go outside anymore for so many reasons at times. Or, you know, even when you're out of shape, man, I got a gut. You think of how you're going to look if you're running, right? Like I'm the only guy running with a sweater on just to hide the gut. It's really true. It's hard for people to break that cycle. So, you know, you get discouraged even if you try. You know you're going to get gassed out if you try to run. And I'm a long distance runner. I can run 20K without stopping when I'm in shape. And it's hard for me. I put on a lot of weight and I've got to lose it. So I you know what? I had this epiphany. I said, why don't I just do, you know, I tried doing 4 kilometers around my house where there's some hills, pretty difficult for when you're out of shape. And I was gassed, like done. And I used to be able to do 20, right? So, so I thought, okay, recently I thought, you know what? Just do 2. Just go around the block. You're still doing something. I'll tell you. And because you only have to go so far, it's easier to push yourself and not stop, right? I'll explain what happened with the stream in a minute there. I'll read some more comments and we'll see where the stream takes us. But now my mind's on getting into shape and this is relative to more content I'm going to do. The jog vlogs, live streams, or maybe uploads too. And that's it, you know, 2K a day. If you want to get in shape, you know, you're fat, you're tired, you eat McDonald's all the time. The time is now, guys. You got to get up and do something. And of course, we'll probably be on lockdown again. World Health Organization, here we go. Who knows what's really going on? Like the riots, everything going insane. So much to get into there. I'm not going to jump into all that right now. But yeah, it feels really good to get out there, get a good breath of fresh air and run. And I felt great. And here's what I wanted to tell you. You get old, you feel really old, right? But literally 1 or 2 days of running and you're young again. That's how the body is, you know. God gave us bodies that are really resilient. And the more you treat it, the more you push it in the positive sense, you'll be surprised how you can be, even just running can heal you in a lot of ways. Like if you got skin problems or scalp problems, you sweat a lot, you sweat it out. You know, a lot of it's due to a lot of problems I've had personally. It's just due to, you know, you can't always pinpoint what it is. But I find when I run, things do clear up and get better and I feel great. So join me on the 2K a day challenge. We're going to start doing this. My little jog vlogs, and I'll go live stream and maybe some of you will grab your phone and go for a run with me too. Why not, right? So Dad's doing good. We got him doing squats. You know, I love my dad. I really want to look after his health with all of his weight being a concern of mine. And I'm trying to think how to encourage him. And he really did get encouraged when we talked about that. And he realized, wow, man, my legs are so strong after just doing 10, 20 squats, 10 push-ups. You don't have to go all out. Just do a little bit consistently every day, a little bit. And you'll see tremendous results right away and you'll feel better. So doing great. Thanks for the comments, everybody. super late here. It's midnight, almost 11:10 p.m. And let's do some more shoutouts. Who we got here? So everyone's pretty much the same people. Little Jacob, Man City not winning. Hell Shooter. Yeah, I mean, if they had voided it, I mean, you just couldn't. Such the best run pretty much ever. I mean, yeah, we didn't do the invincible run, but we're a better team. We have more wins. You know, it got so crazy, man. And then we lose to Watford, and we bounce back. We win a few games, and then we have Atletico by the balls, and Adrian throws it all away, and then the Corona kicks in. So yeah, it's crazy. You can't even say it. This is why alarms are being raised. You know, in this whole new world order thing, you say one word, demonetize. You say one thing, shut down. And that to me is signs of bad things. Anytime they try to snuff you out and try to do that, they're trying to control us. Control what you say. Be worried about what you say and be fearful. And it's wrong. It's evil. It's Antichrist. But we're going to go get it on this show. And I'm going to do other content on other channels and just shoot for it. Live the dream. Jay Sharma. Hi, from Boston. Go get it, baby. What's up, man? You like the Red Sox? Get in there. Liverpool win 85 points. Yeah, so what was it? We needed 4 points, right? So I guess we still need 4 points. So yeah, 2 wins. Bam, there you go. A win or a draw. And the title is ours. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Pardon me. Drinking this coffee. I'm excited. I haven't been live in a long time. It was difficult for me. Sometimes when it rains or pours, you go through a lot of things, and I'm like, you know what? I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm going to take a break. And I think it was wise to do so at that time. Feel totally refreshed. Feel great. On fire. Things are going great with work. Even when it was going bad. Like, I was going through different things with my car. But we're all right there. All right, so let's get back into more comments here. Who have I missed? Did I miss any shout-outs? MedMed74, why was my stream taken down? Okay, so again, you know, I hadn't streamed in forever. And it was perfect. It made perfect sense for me going live. You got to break me in real nice and hard. So a new problem happened. Somehow, like I always check when I'm watching DAZN, I'm watching the streams, going to do the watch along. I got to mute my audio so it doesn't come through into the broadcast. It's one thing if the TV picks up the TV. Usually you're fine if it's low because they won't catch it. And, you know, who cares, right? I really keep it low when we have the audio on because that's reasonable. But if it's a direct feed, they're going to catch it. And unawares, I because I had muted it. Right, I did my job, but I had the weirdest glitch where the mic became a sound device instead of, it somehow the audio feed went into my mic feed. I've never seen this problem. It was so strange. And so the stream just went down, figured out what happened, said, okay, I got to fix this. Somehow managed to fix that, which was kind of complex for me at the time. And because of the image that I was using, the one with Sterling and Pepe, it had because the video's marked, like once they do that, like it could be because of the title you put in there or a picture or whatever audio. But what happened was their system must have now recognized that thumbnail, that picture, as bad, like because it was associated with the audio, right? So I didn't know that. So I kept streaming. They kept shutting it down. And if I go on this is in YouTube Studio. If I go in the other one they have, the classic YouTube, I could still stream there, but it doesn't let people know you're live, even like way worse than Studio would. So it's like, screw that. So I kept trying to fight it and I just gave up. And that's why I did all those tests. Did those tests for a number of reasons. The two main reasons was to figure out what had went wrong, and it was that thumbnail after I troubleshooted and tested everything. And I also wanted to see what would happen after an hour. I thought there would be a problem there. So that's why I did those test streams. Then I lost a ton of subs. And listen, let's get into it right now, baby. You guys missed the greatest rant of all time. I mean, this was Bill Burr Philadelphia levels, okay? And unfortunately, I don't have it recorded. There was only 2 or 3 people in watching it, and I just went off because I had lost like 7 subs doing the tests, and I already lost a few, and because I've been streaming and whatever, and so I just lost it. I lost 2 more, and Ahmed Shusha was there, and Mark Forrest was there, and I saw one other person come in, but I don't know who it was. And it was the best. It was the best. I said everything I wanted to say about you unsubbing pricks. And it felt great. And so that's what happened. And then, of course, everyone's all confused when they see I upload a couple. Go fuck yourself. All right, guys. I'm having fun tonight, man. It's good to be back. I needed that break. Now I got a lot more strength. I feel better. I feel loose, happy. You got to be happy if you're doing this. And at times it gets frustrating. But yeah, doing awesome. Thanks everybody for the comments. Let's see. Simon EK, what up, brother? Hey, the Adrian cannot save the ball. He does make good saves. He threw away the Champions League. I will try to get up the Super Cup when he won it for us. I did a Rocky little small video. It was so good. Everyone loved it. There was only 158 people that watched it, but the likes were pretty high on it. And they took it down right away. But you can put that up. You should be able to make compilations. People do it all the time. So I have to be a little more savvy with the video and I'll see if I can get that up. By the way, Fraser from Bournemouth, oh man. It's like I think it and it happens. My life's like that with hundreds of things all the time. And I thought about the lost Bournemouth tapes, the 4-3 comeback. And it's the funniest thing. I never uploaded it. And the end is so fun. I don't want to spoil it. But of course, Lovren. We all remember Lovren in that match. Oh man, it'll be a hilarious reaction video. I never uploaded it because I was so mad. And it's when you lose like that, I would never do reaction videos when we lose or draw if I'm mad. And I started to do them, but it's hard because I don't know. I almost feel like then all the, everyone's going to laugh at us. And then you have the Arsenal fan TV effect. And I was just like, forget, like, that's not us. So I never, those lost Bournemouth tapes, I think I have the footage on a external hard drive. So I was thinking maybe I should upload it just for kicks. I'm just going to, I don't care anymore if you're going to unsub. I've cared way too much about people subscribing and unsubscribing, especially the unsubscribers. I should just start doing whatever I want. It's your channel, it's my channel, it's our channel. Who gives a shit? If you don't like the video, unsub. If you don't want to watch, who cares? I'm going to put out cool shit. And if you like it, great. If you don't, fine. I'm done. Maybe I've held myself back all these years, right? So I want to put out that video. And I saw Bournemouth saying he's going. Oh man, so much going on. And yeah, big Twitter spat. Massive people freaked out on me on Twitter because I couldn't help myself. A guy who I love on Twitter, he's now blocked me. But he's a good guy, and I burned him pretty bad. I got him pretty good on a comeback, and he didn't like that. But I still love you, bro, man. Listen, Katie Hopkins had been taken down from Twitter, as you all know. I don't even know anything about her, and I know everyone frickin' hates her. Most people hate her, and I get it, right? And I just don't like when it's become, if we don't like you, we don't like your opinion, you can just take everybody down now. And that's wrong. You can't do that. We have rights, and you have the right of free speech within reason. And I think people are so hyper offended where they can't even hear a point of view without stamping it as something. So of course, what do? I go and I bite the bait because I've had it seeing all these people like Alex Jones, David Icke, David Seaman, the list goes on, and it's just not right because they're taking down people that shouldn't be taken down. It's definitely clearly a New World Order thing. They've been doing this for years. Mainstream media, it's all bullshit. Social media. But you know what? Whatever. God judges, and in the end, who cares, right? But I had enough. And then everyone just started going nuts on me. And I'm like, here, well, tell me why. I wasn't even freaking out anyone. I was just like explaining, I'm looking at everything. Then I saw a clip of her, someone posted of her being embarrassed, and I watched her speak, and I'm like, oh shit, did I just defend it? It was brutal. Not even what she said, just how she was talking. So, you know. But yeah, I lost a good 10 followers on that. That was pretty funny. A few people blocked me. It's hyper offensive. You can't say anything. You can't be objective at all. And people are on me. And if it's like the hyper argument and you got to know all this now, I'm like, hold on, bro. Let me go research about what you just said about Alex Jones. And people are so hyper offended. So there's a massive blow up on Twitter. I'm so good at avoiding it, but it finally happened. And so yeah, who cares, right? That's life. But good seeing you guys, man. It's been a funny day today. It's been perfect for me to come back and start streaming again. Let's see what the comments are here. You guys can talk about whatever you want here. The whole politics and religion being taboo. The reason why that's taboo is because those are important things. And the devil doesn't want us talking about those things. Right? Evil spirits. Okay, don't get all fucking weird on me when I say the devil. You know what I'm talking about. All right? You got to be free. You got to be free. You got to live the dream. You got to use wisdom. But you can't just hide under a rock and be worried about what people think all the time. So, guys, I love you all. You're welcome to say whatever you want. We tried to steer away from it because it would cause, so I understand the wisdom to that, but I don't believe in censorship. And just because of your political views or religion doesn't mean I'm going to stop loving you. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop caring and being nice and being good. Right? So you guys feel free to do whatever, within reason. If it gets heated, if you get blocked or banned by someone, and just contact me. We can always try to fix that. So yeah, I feel great, man. I feel awesome. It's super late. Just giving you guys, on the real, what's going on. How I feel, what I'm thinking, what I'm going through. And Sane will not go to Liverpool. That's what everyone's saying. Yeah. I just said Liverpool inbound. LSU, why not, right? It's a year or two away. Well, not a year, but it could be sooner because this season will end soon. I would guess that'll happen. ESPN's never right, but someone else tweeted it, so I'll give it some credit. But that would be awesome. And we didn't get Timo Werner. You guys, I'm telling you, got to get a life. Always talking about things that aren't real. You're wasting your time. There's meat on the bone. Go for it. But no, maybe there was. I know there's stuff I miss out on, but I laughed when we didn't get him. He's a brilliant footballer. Would have loved to have got him though. I think Origi can stop at Everton. Of course. So yeah, guys, I appreciate seeing everybody here. Who have I missed? Anyone for shout outs? I will address people in this stream since it's late. But when we get more people in, I'll just try to keep talking more. Sometimes you got to ignore the comments a bit to get stuff out. And yeah, crazy times, man. Very hypersensitive times. You've got the good and the bad, the best and the worst of humanity all happening, unfolding. It's meant to go this way, right? They're trying to choke us with the pandemic thing and just you can't even say it without demonetizing and always doing that shit. And so you want to go full police state on us? Well, guess what? No one wants the police now. God's gonna throw a wild card at you, and that's exactly what happened. And yeah, George Floyd. Let's get into it. I remember when all this was happening. I did want to go live. I did want to talk about it, but I would be thinking of what I would say, and then the day would pass, and I was already not live for a while, and I said, no, you need to stay away for. I was going to wait till match day for us in the derby, but I try to go live against City against Arsenal. So yeah, first thing I thought, well, obviously it was terrible when I saw the thing with George Floyd. I was like, oh man, I'd had enough, right? I mean, let's not even talk about racism yet, because that's just cold-blooded what that guy did. And yeah, you could argue because maybe the guy disregards him more because he's black. Absolutely, that's totally plausible to think that way. There's no way you can know the guy's heart and intent unless you can prove it, right? But it was totally wrong, and he's rightfully charged for that. Whatever you want to call the charge, I'm not going to say it's right or wrong totally. I'm not going to get totally legal on you guys right now, but something had to be done there, and the outrage was totally warranted. I was furious, and I had had enough, and that was the one that tipped the scales. Um, what was I going to say? So, a bit of comedy here. First thing I thought when I saw the guy, and I was like, shouldn't even say it, but it was funny, and I wasn't live, so I was just thinking it. And he reminded me, okay, he looks just like Steven Jackson. If you don't know who Steven Jackson is, former NBA basketball player. I don't know. He's an NBA champion. Awesome. I love Steven Jackson. He looked just like him, but his hairline, he had the Jeannie Wijnaldum cut. So I go, it's like a combo of Jeannie and freaking Steven Jackson. Within, 24 hours, Steven Jackson, this is his friend. I'm like, what? It's his friend? And I'm like, oh, man. And then he would make the joke that he goes, who's your baby's daddy? And I go, oh, man, that's crazy. It was so sad. I saw lots of videos on Steven Jackson. And my heart really goes out to him because you could see he was just destroyed. He was just devastated over it. And I saw some good videos Jamie Foxx posted as well. And it was just such a tragedy. And you know what? This is why this stuff has to happen, because why the outrage is, obviously it's warranted. But hold on, there's more. There's lots more to get into. But the problem is with police. A lot of the time, I'm not even going to get into the, what's it called yet? The Atlanta incident at the Wendy's. I'll get into that in a second too, or in a few minutes. But yeah, like the cops, man. Like, I'm not gonna say bad or good about cops. They're human beings. Canada, we got great cops here, and I'm sure there's lots of great cops in the States. We're all human beings, right? But the problem with police officers, they're just so desensitized. Like, they're just ready to kill, right? Like, they're so eager to shoot, and sometimes it's warranted, sometimes they have to, but like so many times they're just killing people for nothing, man. Or abusing their rights. So, that's dangerous for everybody. So, this is what happens, it has to be dealt with. It has to be exposed. It has to stop. And, in a sense, a lot of the times people never learn. The next day you saw a video where a woman and all these cops, a female officer she had her knee on the guy's neck. Like, the next day, man, or the next day or two. It's like, come on, haven't you guys learned anything? But what is also crazy about this, is how these things have happened and no one's been charged before with the same, pretty much the same incidents type when you look at them. So, you can use drunk driving as an example. Here, people, they get let off the hook even in the worst cases a lot of the time. Still go to jail, but 1 or 2 years in prison or whatever, versus like if you do it in San Antonio and you screw up there in Texas, they'll throw you in there for 20 years. So there's a big discrepancy and difference between the justice is not always equal because of different laws, different states, different lawyers, different outcomes. And it really does suck, but that's part of life. So yeah, it's been crazy, guys. And then the riots happened, and I was furious. I'll admit, when I saw it, I'm like, you smashed that cop car. I was furious. But then the problem is that you start destroying everything, And it's like the outrage sort of has to reach certain levels. But then you see that officer gets killed by those looters, man. I saw that video, and it was so heartbreaking. And I'm like, why is this guy filming and not doing anything? I didn't notice. I turned the audio on, and I understand more. Because he's saying, come on, OG, stay with me, OG. The guy's in total shock. The guy's going to die. He knows he's going to die. And I think one woman went up to the guy, and they just sort of she didn't even know what to do, and then she just walks away. And it's like, man, and this whole crazy thing, all because of that friggin' officer. But again, it's all the built up bullshit that, the time comes where the outrage, it all snaps, and that's it. So crazy times. And, now it's gone to the other extreme where like cops are now bad. And it's almost like the police have to realize it. The good that comes out of this is that people are going to think twice. Cops are going to think twice now, hopefully. But yeah, it's crazy. No comments in here. Everybody listening to me intently, or you're all gone. We still got a few people. It's super late. But yeah, I know the title of the stream, but I'm not going to talk about Sane for 2 hours, so deal with it. I'm going to talk about this stuff. And yeah, so many other things happened, and then, then the Wendy's, the guy Ray Shard, he gets shot. And when I first saw that, I get mad because I'm like, do you really have to shoot the guy? Right? But then there's a counter argument to it. My dad and I disagreed, and then they ended up charging him. And then I'm like, well, you can't, the thing is, I look at it like you shouldn't be like ready to just kill guys like over that stuff, right? But then the counter to that is he's got the taser, even though he had fired it already, and it's in the split second, and he resisted arrest. I saw a good video a police officer had put up. I posted it. I saw Steven Crowder have a video, Ben Shapiro have a video, and I'm the type where I don't need to be right. I at least try not to think that way. I'm willing to see every side I can of a situation and realize. So, it gets me thinking, and I really don't know, what to do on that. But crazy world, man. So I'll get into some more comments here. Chelsea, impressive transfers. Yeah, other than Werner, I don't know anymore. High score game tomorrow. Yeah, it is the next day already. No, not yet. Almost. For you guys, it is. Hell shooter. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna probably start opening up a lot more in a lot of ways doing these streams because I can't be afraid of people unsubbing. I've kind of cheapened the content a little bit by not going there sometimes. We should go there. Why not? You guys can disagree on anything, politics, religion, whatever. I'm still going to say, hey, you're my brother, you're my sister if you want to come and embrace me that way. If not, hey, man, whatever. Go get it. I don't care. But, yeah, guys, I appreciate everyone showing up. It's late. I got to start doing the streams in the day. We'll get more people in. I really miss doing this. I'll read your comment there, Jonathan, in a second. Where do we go here? Without the crowd? Yeah. I did like how they had noises in the Etihad. It's better for when you're watching. It's just weird with silence. Trust me, you've seen some of my reaction videos. My Barcelona reaction video, in my opinion, aside from the Hogan music, and the actual reactions were good. A little bit over the top at times because it was just freaking out. Especially when I was yelling at Barcelona. But I didn't have any audio from the match in there, and it's just not the same. You need something when you do it. So I do like the crowd effects. It felt better watching it with effects. I watched some WWE without anything, and you just hear the sound of the mat. I know it's a different thing, but it was just not watchable for me. Who do we got? Okay, so let's see. Read some comments here. I'll get to yours, Jonathan, in a second. Ahmed Shoe Shop. Remember that rant, brother? Oh man, it was the best. Tell them how good it was. I was fierce with anger. It was a good rant. You gotta let loose. We're human. You gotta be human. More human than human. Yeah. So that's me trying to be funny. Where's my coffee? It's been a while, man, but I'm back. Hell shooter. I'm really disgusted about what happened with you. Yeah, it's just terrible, man. Push you to kill. Yeah, it's just, and that's the thing. Like you say, because of his color. Like I'm not doubting that. I'm not saying that's not the case, but it's happened to white people too. Obviously, look, I'm not even going to dispute how bad it is for black people. That's obvious, especially with the police and all that. That's just obvious. But it's one of those things where, like, I mean, the time came. The outrage level, it's just like, that's it. Whether you could say it was racist or not didn't even matter. It was, what mattered. It was one more black life. And then people were like, "That's it." Everyone was like, "That's it." And it's really sad how it got so crazy where, um, you know. Anyway, guys, I could go on and on about it. Let's go right, but you know what? It's just the lack of care. Police, they don't have any empathy. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna show any video right now. Maybe I'll start doing that because you can show. It's fair use if within reason. If you show a few clips and you're critiquing it, and I saw one, man, just a good example of how cops are ready to kill. You know, bad cops. Here's the other thing. It's so normalized that these guys, they're like regularly there'll be nice people. Like you wouldn't think of them as murderers. Yet they're so like whatever it is, the power, whether it is race, obviously it's going to be racism a lot of the times. Whatever it is, also, a lot of it, they just like to be in control. But they're not thinking of the public safety and okay, do we really need to go there? Do we really need to do this? So I saw this one video. I think it happened last year. Homeless man. You guys ever see the homeless man in a shelter, in a bus stop? So he's sleeping there. I guess someone called on or whatever happened. You got 8 officers or whatever. I'm just assuming it was 8. It was a lot of officers. And they all had freaking crazy guns. I mean, even if it's a regular handgun, it's still, you just don't shoot someone for that. So the homeless guy, this guy, man, he did not give a shit. And he had a BB gun on him. You can find it on Twitter. It's you'll have to brace yourself when you watch it. But it just shows you how cold and ready these guys are to kill. Like he had a BB gun. And you can even argue that they don't know and their life's in jeopardy. But I'll tell you this is how retarded and ridiculous it is, okay? The guy's got the gun in his hand and he's trying to sit up, and I think he may have moved it, he may have not. It's a bit hard to tell in it, but they're not shooting him. They're freaking out on him. And this guy, he didn't care. He's like, fuck you. I like how he stood up to him. I like how he stood up to the officers, but it cost him his life. Right? And it's not his fault. It's their fault because they don't know how to do their job, and they really don't care about his safety. Like, even if it was a gun, you know what happened? Okay, it was a BB gun, but you know what happened? The whole time they see what's going on. He didn't do this with the gun or nothing. He didn't freak out. And granted, I will admit, you're really taking your chances in that situation. If you're the one if you're the homeless guy, okay, right? But this guy's like, screw it, whatever, shoot me. Like, you can tell that nothing's gonna friggin' happen anyways, most likely, 99% of the time, okay? And I know that one time, whatever, shoot him, but I don't agree with that most of the time, to be honest with you. So what he does is he just, he's not going like this. They already know, right? And then he's just he's like this, and he goes, fuck you, I'll do whatever I want. He says something like that. He goes to put the gun in his belt, right there. And they just murder him. They just flat out destroy the guy. Like, what is that? So, absolutely sickening. And this is why there has to be a massive change. This is why this stuff, unfortunately, things have to go a certain way. Right? God's only going to let it go so far till it's got to snap in the other direction. And then it's only going to go so far till we get, and hopefully there's an equilibrium. So it's just crazy, guys. It's a crazy world. I saw that video of the woman in crying about the McDonald's. A lot of people laughing at it, and you could just see her totally breaking down over it. And I'm sure I could just see the outrage in the comments. But the hate is real. And the way that cops have murdered people over these years, they've earned that hate. They earned it. But there's tons of good cops. And, even when they do make the wrong decision, arguably, oh man, it's just a sad world, sad state of affairs. So I'll just leave it at that. But that's my whole thought process on my whole reaction to it in a nutshell. So let's get into the comments. Super late here. I'll probably end the stream in a bit. I don't really want to stream much longer unless we get more comments, but it is late. I got a few more things to do before I go to bed. But we got another guy in here. Let's see. Oh, I'll get to your comments, Ahmed. 1 second. And Jonathan, I still haven't got to your comment. I'll read it right now. Jonathan Martin, too much division in America right now. Absolutely. You need strong community leaders to bring people together. Unfortunately, all I see is division. And then Trump with the looting and shooting tweet. I was like, come on, man. I joked with my friend, like, did he just say that because it rhymes? And he had a laugh. But there's two sides of it. You do need law and order. And I don't agree with rubber bullets. I'm just going off all like crazy now, but it's just like, it's sad. Every time those protests, man, people losing their eyes. I'm like, people are going to lose their eyes. Next thing I see, a guy gets shot in the eye on Twitter and he posts, he's like, it's still nothing compared to what black people have had to deal with. So shout out to that guy, man. Ton of resolve and respect to that guy. I just feel bad. There's got to be a different way. But again, you can't just loot and steal. And I don't even really care about that either to a point. I mean, smaller businesses, yeah. It's, but really, like, no. You got to have the right to protest. And the smashing of stuff was warranted. But a lot of people get hurt in this. A lot of people, people in their car get taken. It's just ugly, guys. It's just terrible. He's not coming to Liverpool, end of debate. I don't really care. It's just a title for the stream, bro. It's not even clickbait. It's just news. And I had to make a title for the stream that I was going to book for tonight. And it's the latest thing. So it's as Raguder. Good username there. So yeah, I don't know if we'll get him. But, gives me a good minute for my intro. And we talk about all this stuff. This is what I really want to talk about anyways. Unless something triggers something football related. Okay, you're welcome, bud. Oh, are you talking to him? But shout out to CK Yup. I don't understand you. I'm a fan of Liverpool. Been good for 20 years. I apologize, translator. That's all good, bro. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate it. Ahmed Shusha. Hey, bud. Haven't seen you in a while. Did that 5 out of 5. Huh? Let's see here. I think that what they mean is they say ACAB. The system is what's horrible. Individually, I'm sure there are some great... Oh, for sure, man. We're all human beings. We're all human beings, guys. But there's a ton of... Like, the bar's low for police officers. The training... It's got to be... Like, I understand them as officers. They got to protect their life. Everybody gets that. But like, how many times do we have to see what these guys will do to everyone? Anyone, and it's just in power. You've got the power to, and you have to do what I have to say. And that's what I love when people assert their rights. You see it in a lot of American videos. It may not always be the wisest thing to do. But these police officers are not educated. Sometimes they do know, and they want to control you. They do want to violate your rights. But enough is enough. The change is now coming. The change will happen. It's just crazy, man. But yeah, it does. I'll admit, it does make you want to hate cops. And then I was thinking about this too. You think of 9/11 and they're all heroes. It's all perception. It's all what's happening in the moment, the heat of the moment, the heat of the hour. So what can you do, man? Just, hope for the best, pray, and that's all you can really do. And, protest if you want to protest. But I ain't going out there. I don't even like driving towards Toronto. It's terrible. First live and almost... I needed some time. It just got too ridiculous. We were winning everything. We were the best team ever. We're still the best team ever. Let's just call it what it is, guys. And yeah, it just got too crazy. Then we lose to Watford, and then the Champions League, and it's like it just kept getting crazier and crazier, and then COVID happened. By the way, I'm deciding to demonetize a lot of the videos. Some of the older ones are still monetized, but if YouTube's gonna do this to me, if they're gonna do this to people, like, they do weird things, man. When I was gone, all of a sudden now I own Avengers Endgame. They took that away because I have a brand account. They do every time I stand up to YouTube or do anything, they'll change like 5 things. They'll change my default settings, right? It's like, really? And it's not coincidental. One time, sure, but every time. We're talking about hundreds of instances. So they play a lot of games. That's just the way they are. I know this channel's not liked by them. The people that support are pretty good. They understand where I'm coming from. I've had some good talks with them through email and chat. But the system as a whole with YouTube and social media is absolutely corrupt. Just totally shutting everybody's rights down. And I hope they get what's coming to them. And I don't mean anything violent. I just hope that they get deplatformed. I would love to see it. I don't think it'll happen, but I would love to see it exposed. I'd love to see some sort of an audit where they can prove what happened. Just so it's out there. But in this crazy world, you can show people the proof and they'll still call you crazy, right? So I got some good comments. Good seeing your boy here. I'll get into more stuff. What else was I talking about? This is on a lot of stuff here. Very intense times. So yeah, it's just it is what it is, guys. But fear not. The Lord is with us. If you're with him. But, a lot of you guys aren't. I hope one day you will be, though. So, dude, I forgot that Lovren exists. Lovren follows Trump. Oh, yeah. By the way, yeah, if you get ready for Liverpool fans to tell you that go support another club if you don't wear the ribbon. That's what it is. Someone else made the ribbon comment, and I thought of it even before I saw it. But shout out to that guy. I totally agree. It's a world where who doesn't want to wear the ribbon? If you disagree on anything, if you have a point of view on anything, if you have a Christian point of view, a lot of the times, right? It's funny how people like they want equal rights, but then they want everybody shut up that they disagree with, even when they didn't say anything wrong. You may not have liked their opinion, but come on, guys. Right? So this is how shit the world is in that regard. And it's humanity's fault. It's embedded in us for this shit to happen. Right? It happens to me. I catch myself doing it. And, there's just tons of hypocrisy. And we've all been hypocritical at times. And the world could do with a lot more genuine love, and understanding. Take a deep breath. Just because you disagree politically, or religiously with someone doesn't mean they're a bad person. I can't stand some of the stuff I see on Twitter, but I'm not going to unfollow you. I'll grant you, sometimes I'll admit, see there, I'm a hypocrite right there. I've unfollowed some celebrities where I'm like, no, screw you. I've done it. All right. But all Liverpool fans, pretty much, I'm pretty good with wherever you're coming from. Again, within reason. But that whole within reason now is becoming, it's mark of the beast now. If you don't say what I want to say and believe what I want to believe, and to every little thing, then you're bad. And I'm going to block you. And, oh no, I'm glad that they shut you down on Twitter. So that's the world we live in. It's not good. This is not good for anybody. And it's not going to really affect us that much. It's the next generations. I have a feeling like we're at the beginning of sorrows, however long of a period that is, thousands of years, in the 50,000 years that's left, assuming it goes that long. I think, again, according to Hugh Ross, that's about the scientific window that physics allows for it. Very interesting. Check out Hugh Ross if you want to get some really amazing, powerful truth, science and religion. blow your mind, man. Have an open mind, have an open heart. And yeah, it's crazy, man. This world is nuts. I can go on and on about it, but I'm sort of losing my train of thought in my own thing here. Good seeing you guys. Let's see, we've done an hour. There we go. See, okay, let's get into more comments. I'll probably end this thing. We'll hit an hour. We'll do an hour, right? I don't even know what we're at. We're at an hour right now. ACA beat means all cops are bastards. No, they're not. Come on. But I felt that rage. You know, boy, did I feel that rage. When the protests were starting, I friggin' wanted to jump in. I'm not going to lie, guys. Not going to say it's right or wrong. As a Christian, I will say it's probably wrong for me to go there. But when you warranted righteous anger, sometimes you got to flip shit. Sometimes you got to, it is smashy time. But people shouldn't be hurt in the process of that. And I think that's what people don't realize when it comes to law and order. Right? And it's sad because, people will blanket statement everything and put it all together. If you don't agree with them, you're just this now. And, it's like, no, it's not always one thing. Yeah, in a general sense, sure. But there's hundreds of points within that. And what I don't like is when everybody shuts off all the points that are valid points because they're like, no, I can't admit you're right. Can't lose the argument. That's the problem, man. People aren't humble enough. And I know I said you guys aren't worthy of this channel, and you're not, okay? If you unsubscribe to the channel, it's not me being an arrogant prick. It's the truth. I appreciate what I do for myself, what I do for you guys. I'm proud of it. I'm going to take a stand for myself. So go get it. All right, there you go. Okay, we're rambling. Let's get back into the comments. Pool fans, Hell Shooter losing to Watford, man. And then we get to see Gary Neville with that freaking champagne bottle with that stupid look on his face. We're still best ever. Screw you. But yeah, I get him doing that in that time. That did suck though. I wanted that invincible run so bad, but Watford just they played fearless that day. Lord Lovren. I really got to get the Bournemouth. I'll see if I can find the Bournemouth reaction video. Maybe I'll start just releasing classic reactions or clips. I really want to. I'm not going to see the reason why I haven't done that because YouTube will not promote it properly. They won't show it to new people enough. They know how to make a video pop. All of my videos are good enough to do that, right? I've had tons of great videos, but they never seem to get a big pop unless it's like that one time. And they know I get my subs from the watch-alongs. They know I'll get my subs when they promote the reaction videos. So they've really kept me down for years, as well as the live stream thing. You guys have heard me complain about that. They would just not let people know I'm live all the time. So it's even now they do it all the time. And unless you use sub bots to break the algorithm, you will not get featuring. That's just how it works, guys. That's how everyone has to do it for the most part, unless you've built a massive audience. But ground up, yeah, no. And I had already done a tremendous job and built something big, and they changed it. And remember, 2017, 2018, the guy who changed, this was in my rant, Ahmed Shusha was there. The guy who changed the live stream game for the whole football world, don't you forget it, baby. And after that, after the Champions League, right around that time, it was just before they changed, no one would know I was live after that because they changed a whole bunch of stuff. You can find that out if you research it. I think it was a subscription feed at the time, but it is what it is. I'll let it go, man. I'm going to keep ranting. Let's get back into this thing here, into the comments. Lovren. I don't care. I love Lovren, man. Boy, does he shit the bed, but I still love him. It's Lovren, man. He's the Borussia Dortmund header. There you go. Just don't play him, and we're good. But he'll play sometimes. We'll see what happens with Lovren. I don't think he'll go. I think he'll still be here. He is. I think Lovren's very smart. Listen, we don't all have the same peripheral awareness. He's defending as well, but he's got a ton of heart. He's got pace. Just don't ask him to defend. What do you expect? I'm just totally. I'm sorry, Lovren, if you're watching, man. I'm still with you, baby. But I gotta call it as it is. He has stepped it up at times, but yeah. Okay, let's see. More reactionaires. What's worse than bias? Not be able to swallow when they're wrong. Exactly. It's just it's like hyper agree with me on all these points. Not just points, but like every event, every person. It's personal. Oh, you like that person? Oh, you're bad. Or you're standing up for this person and you don't even like them, but you're at least saying they should have a right. Just people are ready to. The ones that preach love they're the ones who are like, not all of them, right? But a lot of these people, and they tend to be liberals. Just call it what it is. They preach love, but they're the biggest haters. Truth, baby, go get it. All right, Ahmed Shusha, get in there. SpongeBob, oh, gay character. Yeah, that's being shoved down everyone's throat, right? It's just ridiculous. We don't have to agree with you. We don't have to consent to that's good. I don't have to say that that's good. My religion says that it's not good. What, are you going to friggin' shoot me in the head now? Go ahead. I'm going to stick with Jesus, baby. Go get it. But that's true. That's what we need. We need to just let it all out. And let them say, oh, you'll never be... Go find another club. You're not one of us. Fine. I never wanted to be one of you losers. Okay, I don't worship Liverpool. I don't worship LFC. I don't worship football. I worship God. And I love my fellow man as best as I can. Go get it. I'm on fire tonight. I don't care who's watching. 5 people watching. I don't care, man. This is why I got to start. This is what I wanted to say. I want to start just streaming and uploading all the time. Not worried about how many views. Knowing YouTube will always suppress it. Right? Knowing it looks bad because there's not a lot of views, but I get no chance. They fucking shut my channel down since pretty much day one, other than the reaction videos. So, it really takes its toll on you. But I'm going to let loose now. I'm on fire, so you can't stop me now, guys. Not you guys. What am I saying? Let's get back into these comments. See how many subs I lost. That's the goal. We're trying to get under 25,000, if you haven't noticed. And I can literally tell my subscribers to fuck off. And I'm still above 25,000, baby. And you guys got to lighten up. You got to laugh. You got to live the dream. You're all a bunch of tight asses. And if you're not those people, and I'm not talking to you, I still tell everyone to fuck off. Way too sensitive. Way too hypersensitive, this world. You fools. It applies to me too sometimes. Look, I get it. Not perfect either. But I agree with you. Yeah, there's not much love. It's literally like it's embedded in humanity for it to happen, man. The mark of the beast. That's what it is. Just always, you have to agree with this or you can't buy or sell anymore. And you don't think that's happening? People have lost their livelihood of YouTube shutting them down. That is a fact. That happens all the time. Happens to me. They take away my streams where I just said COVID, or I didn't even agree with it, or I questioned it. Right? Like, screw these guys, man. That's what's wrong with the world. It's Antichrist. It's embedded in humanity to be at war against God. And, yeah, that's what is really missing. A lot of love, compassion, understanding, a lot of understanding. No wisdom in this world. A lot of self-righteous smartasses is what it is. So, yeah, anyways, be careful what you say on Twitter. Or I should say, don't really be careful because who cares, right? That's what we shouldn't be afraid of. You shouldn't be afraid to stream and just speak. Shouldn't be afraid to lose friends. That's where I've gotten so into it now, in tune with, what's right and not giving a shit about all this bullshit anymore, that I'm just going to live boldly. That's what you got to do. And we got 4 people watching now. The plan is working. We're going to go under 25,000 subs. I don't even think that's possible for this show. So, having fun. People are way too tight. can't laugh. We're ready to, oh, you said that. Oh, I didn't like that. So, good. I'll rant about it for 2 freaking hours. We're going to end the stream. It's 1 hour and 8 minutes. I said I would be done before an hour. I wanted to get out of here, but Nerd Boy showed up. But yeah, man. How come you're not wearing the ribbon? Where's your ribbon? How come you don't have this? You don't agree with this. You don't da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, and it happens to be against Christians all the time. Yeah. Don't see people standing up for their rights. Yeah, that's what I thought. Exactly. Call a spade a spade. Go get it, baby. All right, guys. So I think that's it. I don't see any new comments. Nerd Boy, I love you, man. I'm going to be up for a while if you want to do a Skype chat off air. Score prediction, I don't know. I'm not feeling this one. I was close with, I was pretty much bang on. Sometimes my predictions, like, it's like I know the future, and then other times are just total shit. I don't know. I have a vibe when I do this show, and almost like, even when I'm not doing the show the way I think, it's almost like prophetic, like a prophetic gift at times. And I predicted 3-1 City Arsenal. Then I thought, oh no, I want Arsenal to pull off a 1-0 upset, but that's not going to happen. So it's like, it'll be 3-1. I was pretty sure Sterling would score, and then he did score. And then I said, okay, guys, look, I'm not going to get this prediction right. I said 3-1, right? And it was 1-0 at the time. And then they won 3-0. So Arsenal didn't even score. So my predictions are usually, I'm not too bad on it when I feel it. This, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a 3-2, but I don't think Everton would win 3-2. We're just going to smash them 4-0. I don't know. It's been a long time. No football. We should be ready. It's a derby, but Everton's going to be hungry to play and come back from not having any football. It's, we'll see. I don't know, man. I'm not sure about the prediction on this one. So, I don't know. We should be able to 3-0 smash them. But I feel like it's just gonna be a big fight. Could be a scrappy game. So I'm either 3-0 or 3-2. I don't know. Maybe it's 3-1. Back. So all these are fans weren't the buggers scored against us. Mane, yeah. Mane always looks good. Imagine if the whole world came together, it would be unstoppable. Yeah, remember what God did though? Like, you can't go too far. Everything's meant to progress a certain way over time. So if you know too much, and you might change the world for too much, good or bad, and you might get taken out. Don't want to throw off the balance here, guys. But I totally hear what you're saying, man. That's what's happening with humanity. Like, and the devil's, these evil spirits, whatever, controls this friggin' shit behind the scenes, and the evil within humanity, and how we're all manipulated. Like, it's like, yeah, good bringing everyone together, but then at the same time, it's like, well, no, and it's not really okay. Some things are getting better, and we're trying to love everyone, and you can't, like, being politically correct isn't really good, but sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's right. Like, you shouldn't really say that. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to abuse people. I get it. But, maybe there's a reason why we're in separate countries and different beliefs and different problems. Because if we all come together and it all goes to shit and it's all under one power, that's the end of it. So, less is more sometimes. And don't rely on the wisdom of your own understanding, because we can easily be wrong. But I hear where you're coming from, man. It would be awesome to see that. And I think if you compare this to the Dark Ages, if people would say, oh man, this is great compared to 500 years ago, whatever atrocities you want to go back in history and look at, man, thank God we live at this time. The heroes, the martyrs, people killed because of their religion, regardless of what it is. Man, people have lived hell on earth, man. And it's just, I hate war. I really do. Sometimes you have to have wars to stop evil. Again, thank God that a lot of things are getting exposed now, but the mainstream media and all the social media platforms are not on the side of the people. Definitely not on the side of the people. The odd time, sure, when it's triggered and it's time to do that, they are in a way. But then, do I really need Uber and Bubble to tell me about racism? This is where it's like, okay, this is getting ridiculous now. Doesn't make sense to go that far. GK, hi Sean, good seeing you again, kiddo. Good seeing you, man. Go get it. Hell Shooter 4-0, I guess. Yeah. Nerdboy 2-1. Good predictions. Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But it's been good. It's been nice just saying what I want to say. Sure, I'm going to lose more subs. It's hard to gain them when you don't get featuring and you don't get new people seeing it. So I guess, I'll lose the subs I gain on the watch-alongs and the reaction videos. I'll just stay at 25,000. It's a good number. You don't need to, it's fake subs with a lot of these guys anyways. They cheated. And again, I don't even blame people for doing that, but and you all know who I'm talking about here. Don't say my channel's failing after what I've been through. If you have any bit of truth in you to admit that, but you really do have to, like my channel, I don't, but you get a tremendous boost once you pass 200 people watching live or 100 people. They really do cap a lot of people. They cap you, unfortunately. And this is why I just don't want to help YouTube out. I don't want them to get money. They took the super chat away. Like they do these things. Oh, you want to teach us a lesson? Super chat's gone. Now you got to watch your courses again. I'm going to shut down the membership. You want to take away my rights? You want to go mark on the beast and say, I can't earn money because of that video, because what I said? Because the advertisers in this corrupt world, it's not suitable for most advertisers? Bullshit. So you guys all know what it is. That are in the know, which is maybe about, 5% of you? And varying degrees, maybe 30%. So good seeing you guys too. I think I'm going to end it for this live stream. And yeah, I appreciate everyone showing up, and it's always a pleasure. Always love doing this stuff for the most part. But yeah, I'm going to keep it simple. I might not have the most prettiest thumbnails every time, but if you want me to go live all the time, I can't be screwing around. So I'm going to try a more simpler approach to streaming and build an audience elsewhere. Because I don't really know if I feel like following thousands of people on Twitter just to build a little bit more people to follow back and to get a little, it's like, do I even want to go there with Liverpool fans, knowing how, football fans have this massive ego. I've always noticed that about football. It's like a contest. Who knows more? Who's the more, it's just like a hot shot contest, and it's just stupid. It really is. So I don't know, I'm just rambling again, but there's truth to what I'm saying. But don't, I say don't, but people are always ready to pick you apart in this world. But they're wolves. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. See what happens at the end for them. GK, the thing with lesser teams, they are able to raise their game because they're hostile, partisan. Yeah, that's true. And it's a derby against Everton. We should probably win. I'm going to go maybe 2-0. I feel like, it'll be a tough match. But we can casually handle those things. Handle that kind of pressure. So it wouldn't surprise me if we just obliterate them. Give us a 12-0, like some friggin' juggernaut win. So yeah, it's good seeing you guys. I appreciate the comments. Shame what YouTube's done to the channel, guys. They have done this to me since 2017. I've gained about 10,000. No, more than that. They froze me at around 11,700. And that's right where they changed. That was when they just, right when it happened to Sean Cox. It was literally the same time. Maybe a bit after. Because it was my 10,000th subscriber thing. I was going to do a thing, and then that happened. I think it was at the same time. And I said, who cares about that? It was so bad, right? But yeah, that's when they really started screwing me. and they don't let anyone know I'm live. And I know it's late, but 5 people, 25,000 subs. But this is YouTube. They're trash, man. They're absolute trash. Lottie thing, yeah. All right, guys, that's it. I don't see any more comments. So I guess that's it. Some people will watch this back live. You guys are great. You watch it back live. I don't know if I'll keep the watch-alongs viewable as public. You know, one thing YouTube loves to do is to take one video and push it that they know people will unsub because of the intro. They do that all the time. I catch them doing it all the time, man. I know all their tricks. I'm not paranoid. I know what I see. I know what I know, especially when it's every time. I've done this for 5 years. I've learned so much. So you can understand why I wouldn't stream all the time, but I've got to let that go. We'll just, you will lose subs every time you stream when they don't promote you. So maybe I've just got to say, who cares? Let's go all the way down to 0. 56 Landon. Go get it. Landon on my stream. It's absolutely ridiculous. Is Dad going to be there? Yeah, I got to try to get my dad back into these streams when it's not match day too. I know you guys love my dad. Probably a lot more than I am beloved. My dad's the best, man. Star of the show, the bear. Good seeing you. We're just ending the stream now. There's really no more comment. Nerd Boy killing it with the comments tonight. So have fun, guys. Go get it. Be careful out there. It's an evil world. Very corrupt, sly world. But God is good in keeping it so that we can all still live. But one or two people every now and then, every minute or two, something bad happens, man. It's a real, it can be a real cold, terrible place. But trust in God and trust in the Lord Jesus, and you shall be saved. And that's what matters. And I'm sure a lot of people will freak out at that, but that's on you. I know where I stand. I know who loves me. I know who showed me the way and opened my eyes. So I got nothing to prove to anybody, man. I want you guys to be as blessed as I am. I really do feel like I'm the most blessed guy, and you really should feel that way. So I'm going to end the stream on that note, a good positive note. I don't see any more comments coming in. And it's been great. It's been great coming back. Hour and 21 minutes. 5 people watching. No problem. But yeah, we'll see what I do when it comes to monetization. I just don't think I want to be a part of that. The odd video with music in it will be monetized because that's automatic. I can't do anything about that. The artist has to get their cut from that. I don't get anything from those unless they share it with me. But aside from that, I don't really make much anyways, and I really want to make a point to YouTube that no, you don't get to make money off me. No more super chat. They're testing me. They take away the super chat. Will he do it when he comes back? They do shit like that. So go ahead. I don't care. I don't want the super chat. I could start promoting the PayPal account again, and I don't even really want to take donations. I don't even know. If I'm going to build a website and really go there, which is more work. So I don't know. It's just a lot of work. I got a lot of other things I got to do in my life. And it's hard when you can't get proper promotion from a corrupt company like YouTube. So I've done what I could, guys. Did my best within reason. But I'll continue pumping out vids. Now that I'm shaking off we're going to shake off all the unsubscribing little bitches. The fickle ones that don't appreciate what I've done. You don't appreciate it. And you don't know what it's like to be me doing this and all the hard work I've had to do and what I've had to go through to get this shit done for all these years. So go ahead, unsub. I'm gonna go out of my way. It's almost like I want to see the numbers go down now because YouTube's ruined it, and people that are fickle, you guys ruin it for me for a channel that will not get featuring and you unsub. Even right now, people are hearing me and probably like, oh, that's it. He's talking about it again. Like, you can't win when they do this to you. Unless you say, fuck you, go get it, baby. Then you realize, wait a minute, it doesn't even matter. I'm already a winner. So that's where I'm at now. Go get it, baby. See ya. Let's do some shout outs. Dad should be there for Father's Day. Have a great time, man. All right. Let's do some shout outs. I'm heading out. Hell Shooter, GK, Nerd Boy Karim, 56 Landon. And that's it. That's the only people left in the stream that I see. Appreciate it, guys. Go get it. Live the dream. Just stick it to them. Right in their face. Right in the face of the haters. Live the dream. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thanks for watching. Go get it, baby.